Hello everyone, welcome back. Wanted to do something a little bit different for a 1,000 subscriber video. It could be a 1,250 subscriber video these days. We are in Salisbury, but we're going to head up north of the city near Old Sarum. Something dark is brewing. Welcome to the 1,000 subscriber special. Pint 1. We are starting on a Pilsner, on a lager, chatting to Phil, the brewer, around the corner. The tanks are absolutely full of it. They've got a contract with a cruise firm, and they can't get enough of it, which is good to hear. I'm not a lager person, so I've never had this. I've seen it on sale. This is their Verve. It's a very nice, trusty tankard. It's bubbling away quite nicely down at the bottom. £5.75 if you buy it in the tap house. There's a really nice, cereally, grainy smell off the top of it, which always suggests a quality lager. Maybe a slight bit of lemon. That smells very pleasant. A nice hazy, almost like a lava lamp cascading up over the edge. The Verve, 4.6%. Let's give it a go. Cheers. There's ever such a nice light bubble going on in the mouth. Swishing it in between the cheeks. And there's a nice strawy lemoniness right on the front. As a lager should be. Dead crisp. Refreshing, slightly drying on the back end. Imagine if you're on your holidays in the blazing sunshine, that is going to be an absolute cracker. I can see what the ships are buying it. Wouldn't mind their drinks packages if you're getting something as nice as this down your pipes. Glad to took the risk. Phil, cheers. Let's get on and see if we can get on to something with some serious hops on for the next one. Dark Revolution have been kind enough to let me go in and have a little nose around. I've just spoke to Phil, main brewer. They've got a massive stack of Pilsner going on today, which I've not tried before. Not a massive lager fan, but he's talked me into it. I'm going to see if I can sample. So it's probably just with you. They're all at work in, so I'll try not to get in the way. Let's go and see what dark thing is brewing inside. Pint 2 got me to work emptying out some of the grains in the main bit, so the thirst is back on. I've noticed they've got an IPA on, which is a mix of anchovy hops along with Citra. This is Weird Fish. It's a double dry hop. 5.6%. So it's a pale ale rather than an IPA, slightly just under what they would usually do. On the Merry Drinker, sort of dived into anchovy. It's got a weird name, nothing to do with fish, just got invented by a pizza company and they've gone with a catchy name. There's sort of like a candy sweet watermelon, that's what we should get, along with the Citra. Should be a pretty good combination. It's double dry hopped and it really smells nice. There's a dankness which I'm imagining is off the Citra, really nice grassy nose. Yeah, that's intriguing. It's gone back. This was 6.75, I think. Let's give it a try. Cheers. There's a lovely bit of fizz to that. Just speaking to Phil, the brewer, they've got a clever little piece of machinery that lets them examine what the oxygen is like in their beer and what the CO2 is also like, to try and to tinker with it and get it just right. I applied for a job of chief beer tester, but unfortunately that's been turned flat. The AI's beat me to it. Yeah, lovely fit. It's a bit medium bodied. And in the mid part of it, you're really getting that Citra dankness. There's a really nice grassy, lemony, limey hit. There's not too much watermelon. I'd imagine it's just at the back. There's like a little candy sweet watermelon finish, and then the citrus back in to finish off on the bitterness. So it's, I'd imagine the citrus they've used is got really dank flavour, and the anchovy is just balancing it out quite nicely. That's lovely, classic dry hop. Drying out the palate. Get a really nice moorish finish. And that lemony dankness, I'm quite partial to that. Be nice if this could be ramped up a few levels and have a proper tasty beer. I'd imagine this is pretty new. If I a little butcher's on and tapped, see how many check-ins this has got. Just the 22, so dead fresh. If you see this, get it in your belly. Weird Fish. Cheers. Also got a cask beer on. They've got a best bitter, which was nice. So you could have a pint of that. So we got a new Tricks, 4.3%. Now I won't say classic best bitter because it's going to have the Dark Revolution twist. So they're always looking to use new hops, new flavours into it. So I'd imagine the malt base is going to be a classic bitter. On top of it, on the hot side, they've got some, I can leave notes down here, check notes. They've got Idaho 7 on the hot side. So that is the main real sort of like base of the flavour that's going to be cooked in. So should be getting some, there'll be a touch of stone fruit in there, I'd imagine. Then on the cold side for the aroma and the spelt, they have Citra and Mosaic. Let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Smells like a classic best bitter. There's a really nice toffee note coming off the top. Yeah, almost like a treacly toffee as well. I mean, we'll see if it differs on the taste, but it's a classic looking beer. I do like the Dimpy pint glass as well. Glassware has been on point so far. I've had a really nice proper lager jug, very nice sort of svelte IPA pint glass. Now we're on the trads. Cheers. Oh, that's interesting. So there's a really nice bitter body. You definitely get in. It tastes a little bit like a toffee crisp. Very, very sweet toffee. Then a slight biscuity malt that comes across the top. And then, just subtly, just enough to properly work for me, there's a tiny little bit of stone fruity lemon just in at the back. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a good tropical edge to it. Classic. It's delivering everything you want from a cask beer. It's lovely, nice and smooth. Got a nice toffee note, nice bitterness to it. And then just a subtle bit of hops in there, bouncing around. So it's a little bit different. I know that's what they're aiming for, not looking to, you know, sort of like just regurgitate a London pride. I think the one Dark Revolution beer I don't like is Just Like Mum. That was a canned ESB, but had like a lemony aftertaste. I think it had a bit of citra in there. It just wasn't for me. Still, I think it made exactly what they were looking for, but yeah, definitely not what I'm looking for in a beer. But then they reinvented that. There's one called Jerry's Can, which I did like. And this beer, the New Tricks, only £4.50. That is proper quaffable. I can be pocket the back. 4.3%, which is, you know, quite low for a Dark Revolution beer. They're much they aim far higher, but for the price and the quality of the beer, this is excellent. I've had a few pop into lunch, so I've got a few neighbours. I'm not here completely drinking on my own, which is a very sad state of affairs. Changing in the background, there's a bit of pool going on. Might treat myself to one more. But New Tricks, excellent. Cheers. Just in case you're wondering how fresh your beer is from Dark Revolution, you can wander out the front, come round the back to the side and the other side of this hedge. You'll be able to find Phil and his brewing team just there, fresh as you like. Final beer, I promised myself. We're going for a Black Magic, we're on a stout. This is 5.7%. It describes itself as a biscotti stout. Loads of coffee off the top, loads of coffee off the nose. It's be a classic coffee stout. Slightly a little bit of nut on there. I think it's got almonds in it to give it that biscotti taste. I've moved back into the main area, so I'm trying to dosh around. The pool table's just been back, they're all finished. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Yeah, I've had this on cask before, but it's super smooth. This is on draft, so there's a slight bit of carbonation to the front, but it is delivers a real sort of nice coffee hit. It's good light medium body. It's there to be drunk, and as it swishes around, you get that coffee fades away into a nice bit of chocolatey nuttiness. It's got a walnut whip. One for the kids there, old school sort of style. I can see where the biscotti is coming from. It's not as sweet as you would imagine a classic biscotti. The coffee bitterness and the chocolate and that biscuity finish blends quite well. It's a bit more nutty rather than biscuity. That's a lovely drop. Can't recommend this tap room enough. They've got so much selection just as you go in. Everything you can possibly shake a stick at. I tried a bit of variety. I've dodged the sours and the deepers, but who knows? I might be back. But the actual stout's got a lovely blend to it. Really nice sort of malt body, but not too heavy. There to be so you can have 4 or 5 pints rather than just the one. Lovely stuff. I'm going to see if I can liberate one of their glasses, given the amount of Dark Revolution I actually drink. I still think the IPA mixes are the best. I think that's where the yeast that they've got really adds a bit of value, but they are knocking out some good bitters and some good stouts as well. So there's a Black Magic. Cheers.